Hey, it's Mark, and this is Alter Ego Comics TV for the week of May 26th, 2021. Happy New Comic Book Day. I'm here with my recommendations for this week's best new comics, and I think you should check these out at your local comic shop this week, maybe even today. First up is my staff pick, Made in Korea, issue number 1, written by Jeremy Holt, artwork by George Shaw. Not only is this my staff pick, it's also my wife Angie's staff pick. That's how good it is. It was loved by myself and my wife. And Alex isn't here yet, but I have a feeling it might be Alex's staff pick too. Why? Because all of us, especially Alex, were big fans of Alex and Ada, a similar series published by Image a few years ago, many years ago. But Made in Korea has a lot more going on in it, and that's not to detract from Alex and Ada. It's an outstanding series. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend checking it out. 3 volumes and done. But Made in Korea is about artificial intelligence being programmed into children. It looks like there's a virus or a disease which may be preventing the natural birth of children, so couples or families or whomever are purchasing children. And this one, her name is Jessie, we find out, may have some special code in her. We're not really sure, but it was intriguing enough that I absolutely want to see what happens next. I've read it twice. I read the preview about 3 weeks ago, and then I read it again last night and enjoyed it just as much the second time around. So highest recommendation for Made in Korea. Another new series this week is published by Vault. It's called The Blue Flame. And this is written by Christopher Cantwell, who's the, I believe, current writer on Iron Man. Art by Adam Gorham. And this is a little bit of a team superhero throwback. It's got just the tiniest hints of Watchmen in it, kind of mixed with Invincible a little bit. The main character is the Blue Flame, but he's part of a superhero team whose name I'm forgetting right now. But there's a kind of an action-packed, out-of-this-world opening scene, and then we're kind of given a flashback of the Blue Flame as a member of his superhero team. And, you know, he's like a pipe fitter by day, very blue-collar. In fact, all of the members of the superhero team are kind of, you know, struggling to pay the bills, but they also have these powers. And it just, I'm intrigued. I want to see what happens next, and that's the sign of a good comic. So I definitely give a thumbs up to The Blue Flame. Okay, so you may have heard that the Milestone universe is returning to DC Comics, and this week we get Milestone Returns Infinite Edition 0. Sometimes I think publishers just pick words at random and throw them into a title. Let's just make it longer and throw words like infinite and 0 in addition into a title. Nevertheless, this is a primer for the return of the Milestone universe. Specifically, 3 Milestone titles will be coming out in the months ahead. We've got a new Static series, Static Season 1 by Vita Ayala and Chris Cross. Love Chris Cross's artwork. He did a fantastic Captain Marvel series with Peter David many years ago. Icon and Rocket is written by Reggie Hudlin and Leon Chills, art by Doug Braithwaite, and there's a new Hardware series coming from Brandon Thomas with art by Dennis Cowan and Bill Sienkiewicz. So those are the 3. So we kind of get it's not a preview. They're not publishing preview pages. They're actually publishing new content and bringing these characters into the 21st century, and it serves as a great introduction to these 3 characters. And many other characters, if you're not familiar with them, from within the Milestone universe. Very timely. In fact, the opening page here is a Black Lives Matter rally. So it's a great time for the return of the Milestone characters. They're in very capable hands, and I am curious to see what happens next. We've got another one-shot from DC this week, Stargirl Spring Break Special. This is written by Jeff Johns, artwork by Todd Nauck. And if you're craving some Stargirl, because the CW series hasn't returned for Season 2 yet, this is a great place for you to find Stargirl. and her friends and allies and enemies and all that fun stuff. I'm a big fan of the CW series. Watch it with my youngest son, who's 11, and it's perfect for the most part. Sometimes they take some of the swear words a little too far, but it's a CW series, so I should expect nothing less. But lots of familiar faces in this. You can see from the cover here: Green Arrow, Shining Knight, Vigilante, some other folks, of course, Stargirl and her stepdad. Stargirl Spring Break Special. One shot. What have you got to lose? Not a lot of new series this week, but lots of great continuing series. There's a new issue. The second issue of Robin is out, which was fantastic. The third issue of Harley Quinn. The second part of Philip Kennedy Johnson's Action Comics story. All kinds of stuff. And I know there's some Marvel stuff in there too, but I'm drawing a blank. Let's move on to the graphic novels or trade paperbacks. Crossover Volume 1 is out. This collects the first 6 issues of the amazing series by Donny Cates and Jeff Shaw, where the world of comic books crosses over with our world. And I just love this book so much, and I think that a lot of our customers do. We've got really solid numbers, and those numbers actually keep growing, which is rare when you get to issue 6 or 7 of a book. But if you haven't had the chance to check out Crossover yet, I highly recommend that you pick this up. It's fantastic. Crossover, one of the best books of 2021, easily. And get ready for the Loki series on Disney Plus with the Loki Agent of Asgard, the complete collection. This has been, I think, out of print for a while, and Marvel wisely has it back in print ahead of the TV series. Miracle of Miracles. This is a monster collection. The first 17 issues of Loki, Agent of Asgard, plus some content from Original Sin and All New Marvel Now .1. There's another one where Marvel just threw in words into their title. All New Marvel Now .1. But if you want to prime yourself for the upcoming Loki series on Disney Plus, this is a great place to start. Loki, Agent of Asgard, the complete collection, available at fine comic shops everywhere. As I said, a little shorter than normal this week because of a lack of new number ones, but highest recommendations for the new ones this week. Blue Flame and Made in Korea, really dug them. And of course, ongoing series continue to be great. There's a couple that I left out there. Shadecraft, Destiny New York, new issues are out of those. So really solid week. Hopefully you get a chance to visit your local comic shop, pick these up. Say hi to the local proprietor and the staff, because I know they want to see. I know we want to see our folks here at Alter Ego Comics in Lima, OH. So thank you for watching. If you like this week's episode, give it a like, give us a thumbs up, make sure to subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. That is always helpful, because I don't bother looking at analytics, but it'd be much easier if I just read in the comments where you're watching from. And as always, I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your week. We'll see you again real soon.